right. Since you always have shades on.
Yeah, you got what you fucking shades on.
It's gonna look good.
You see that? No, that's gonna be
okay.
good.
Yeah, I got my little cough drop down there.
I mean,
but by God, this is sick. We're sitting in the one of hopefully many of your new sandwich shops.
Yes,
sandwich
sir.
restaurant. What do you call? I don't know what you call it technically, right?
This is really the sandwich concept, and which will be a sandwich shop. The other Oxtail concept would be the big restaurant to sit in and lounge and drinks and stuff like that. You know, we want to give that to the community because that's what they want. I started selling sandwiches in the beginning, so that's how sandwiches came to the forefront. But one thing I know is everybody loves sandwiches.
Hell yeah, I love sandwiches.
Yeah, man, we do the brisket, we do the pulled pork, and then we go on with our other food truck items would be the brisket nachos, pulled pork nachos, brisket loaded potato.
Damn.
And if you want to get them oxtails, we'll give you a tag, and you could just go right to our kitchen and pick them up on your way out.
Oh, so you could get them here.
Yeah, you can.
And then people could leave, go to the kitchen or wherever you're taking them to, or you're making them, right? And then they can just get them from there.
Yeah, and the reason being because we cook them every day. So if somebody come in here while we have this business open and they ask for oxtails, we're gonna point them in the right direction.
Hell yeah.
Texas in every single way.
That's what's up.
You know
and what's crazy is I think a lot of people even around here, like me personally, I didn't even know what an oxtail was until I met you.
Yeah.
I never even would have thought to eat an oxtail. I thought it came from an ox, but it doesn't. It just comes from a cow, right?
Yep. Just a cow's tail, yep.
But what's crazy is I feel like people around here don't even know.
Well, that's
like what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Or they don't even think to buy into an oxtail. Because, like, where did the origin of an oxtail even come from? So like, why do people eat oxtail?
Yeah, so people eat oxtails. So I'm going to give you a mini history on oxtails that, from what I understand and where I got it from and what I've learned, that the slaves would take the scraps, from the masters, and they would use those scraps, and a lot of times they would be the oxtails and stuff like that.
Oh, shit.
And so that's why a lot of people never really, people from the South, that's where a lot of people talk about oxtails.
I was
and
say,
stuff
that's
like
where
that.
a majority of your customers are.
like Atlanta, Georgia, like all them, New Orleans, all those areas. And then you get out into the Miami and stuff like that, all cultures have oxtails involved in their meals some kind of way.
Damn.
Yeah. So, oxtails have a deep history, and that's why they're beloved, by the black culture. With it being Black History Month, we're going to be pumping them out.
Well, and it's crazy because I had my first oxtail ever is from you. Yeah, and it's probably one of my favorite pieces of meat I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah, and I like them straight off the pit.
Exactly, yeah. You eat them straight off the pit, and a lot of people like them straight off the pit. And when I started doing the oxtails in the beginning, I made the oxtails how I was raised to eat them, and that was braising them. Or not even with a lot of juice, you know what I'm saying? You put a little bit at the bottom just to give it a little steam, that way you can tenderize them. Cooking them all the way through takes a lot of time, and with the volume that we're cooking, we do the braise to speed up cook time. But at the same time, they taste outstanding.
They're amazing. If you haven't had them, freaking, you have to try them. I'm not even kidding. But your oxtails, I mean, that's your best seller, but you started out doing sandwiches. What did you do? You just did them at like your son's football games or something like that? Yeah, so I have 4 boys, and the 3 youngest boys was playing football, so I would just take my little offset smoker out there, and while they was playing football, I would be cooking. So I would feed them, and I wouldn't have to be going back and forth to the stove. And how long ago was that? Like
this was in 2019. This was right when COVID hit. And
then so your social media, I guess, stardom or fame came pretty, like, not that long ago, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's been about a good 9 or 10 months, but we have been cooking this meat forever. But one thing I learned about success is you got to go through those hard times to get to the land of milk and honey. You have to. And I listened to an interview that Nipsey Hussle said one time when he spoke about while you was going through business that you had to go through all those feelings. You had to go through the ups, you had to go through the downs. And as I was going through all these things, and as still sometimes I do go to them, I could think back on what he was talking about. Now I feel him. It's all kind of emotions. It was times where we was behind on all our bills, and all I knew to do was just to keep cooking. You know what I'm saying? Because I had wound up quitting my job to pursue barbecue full time. So barbecue was my only income I had coming in.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you used to work in the oil fields at first.
Yeah.
And what'd you say? Just fuck that, I'm done? Or
Yeah,
you say to
I
your
was in the oil field, and the thing that took me out of the oil field is when I moved up here to Utah, the oil field wasn't booming like it was in Texas.
Yeah.
So I was driving back and forth to Wyoming, and man, every time I went to work or came from work, I had to drive through blizzards. So I wound up getting this job at this one other company called Rio Tinto, and what they did was smelt copper. And I worked there for 3 years, and man, the thing about me, I just always had in my mind to have something that I can call mine for my family, you know, ours, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when I started this journey, I told myself from the jump, man, 'cause I was in the fitness in the beginning, and I felt like I got a pretty good ways in fitness, but it was just hard to kick through that door, and the money wasn't coming in to help me be able to quit my job.
Yeah.
And so, I took that same work ethic and put it into food. I told myself, man, I wonder if I can build a business from the ground up. And so that's what I've always had in mind, just building a business from ground up. And in the beginning, it was about the money, but now it's about helping everybody that's around me.
Well, you got to pay your bills.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you quit your job, though, had you been cooking?
Oh yeah,
already.
I was
you already
cooking.
knew how to use the pit and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I had the pit.
Yeah.
So when I quit my job, I had the pit. I was doing both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
But it started getting to the point to where I was picking up a lot of catering jobs, and then I was sitting at work handling these catering jobs, and I was like, man, I talked to my wife, like, what if I just put my all into it, brother? I put my all into this brand. Like,
that's what's crazy.
Like all of this, it come from every ounce of me. Like I stopped doing the things I love to do in order to make this brand grow, and that took all of me.
So what was the not really a deciding factor, but what was the one thing that kind of put you on top? Because you are the king of Oxtails. Mm-hmm. So was there some moment during that whole process that just all of a sudden just took a switch? I know it's not an overnight success, but it kind of, in a way, was in some senses. But you've been cooking forever.
The pivotal point in this whole, with everything people see, is just the marketing. Mm-hmm. That's what I did. I just kept on marketing and kept on marketing. And then I had the opportunity to attend an All-Star game, All-Star weekend here in Salt Lake City.
Hell yeah.
And I actually worked security.
No shit.
I actually worked security.
You'd be a scary ass dude if I came up on somebody.
Yeah,
Hell
so
no.
I actually worked security for these guys that own a restaurant here in Salt Lake City. And while I was in there, I printed out a bunch of business cards.
Oh, hell yeah.
And as I printed out them business cards, I would just
fucking slinging meat.
I was marketing while I was working. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I was marketing while I was working. I always try to do my best to take advantage of every opportunity. This right now, this is opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't let my feet off the gas.
No, 100%.
Yeah, it's got to keep going. But this like I look around, man, and it's all coming to life. Really, everything that I've seen.
Yeah.
You know, and then the other pivotal moment is the Oxtails. Mm-hmm. Like we started the Oxtails. I'm not gonna say people hadn't smoked oxtails before.
Right.
People smoked oxtails, but as far as bringing them to the larger markets and making them viral, we was in charge of doing that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I came from one thought.
Well, you were the one putting content out in the first place, so that's what's crazy. Nobody else was doing it until you started to do it, and you have your own process. So how do you deal with people who are? Because I know there's a lot of people probably in business right now who are doing the same thing as somebody else, right? But they are the originators, I guess, for the content that they're putting out. Mm-hmm. So how would you go about staying above your competition and not letting them get to your head? Because that's something a lot of people, I feel like, in today, even me, because I'm a content creator, right? And so I feel like I, in a way, feel like there's so much competition. Like, why would somebody choose me to get their shit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I know your mindset is super strong and you came from the bottom up, but how would you tell people, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing being is, I always say this, that you can't inspire people and not expect them to follow. Oh, it's just like McDonald's. It's just like Pizza Hut. You got all these other burger places.
Yeah, they're all the same.
They all copied, I'm not gonna say copy, but took a same grasp to the same concept. Yeah. So that's how you get competition. So when I see people that's actually doing the same thing that I'm doing, and I mean, literally spray for spray, video for video, song for song,
braising them the exact same way and shit.
One thing I could say is, I talked to this one guy when I did a skit for Country Wayne's crew. He wasn't there, but his crew was there.
Yeah.
So that's the platform. And I asked him about that because he was telling me about people that share their video, and he say, all you can really do is just let them breathe. So, I had already been there doing that. I'm not gonna get it because I have so much confidence in what we have to offer.
Yeah.
That I don't look at other people as competition. I only look at myself as the competition because it's up to me to stay creative.
Yeah.
If I'm not staying creative, the brand gets stagnant. So as long as I'm thinking big and continuing to, just put my all into it every day, there's nothing that nobody's cooking or any way that they're doing it that's going to be able to compare to what we doing.
Yeah.
Because this is nothing but passion, bro. I love cooking.
Well, it's crazy because I think it's awesome that you're bringing your whole family. You got Black.
Yeah.
You got
Sean.
You're pit masters now.
Yeah,
I mean, you're hiring everybody to run this whole entire thing is your family. How is it knowing that, I guess technically you guys don't even have to worry about money anymore?
Yeah.
That's the American dream, and you're literally.
And it's a good feeling, brother. And to be honest, I begged for a moment like this all my life, but now that I'm here, it's still like I'm just the same person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always wanted to be able to give my family an opportunity, especially if it was given to me, to be able to live the same lifestyle that I'm living. Why would I have $1 million in the bank and they have nothing?
Exactly.
I've never been that kind of person. So, yeah, man, I just want to be able to provide for them and see them make it as well. I want to see them drive trucks. I want to see them be managers and, maybe buy percentages in this and have their own stores one day.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about me anymore, bro. It's about helping everybody that's around me. Yeah.
So what is your plan for the future with LES BBQ? Are you wanting to just stay online? Are you wanting to franchise these stores? This is opening when?
This will be open March of next month, March the 1st.
So March 1st of 2024. So people will see this way before then. But so what's your plan for the future? Are you just kind of taking it one step at a time? And
the main plan is to just keep the business growing and keep the quality going. Because the biggest thing for me of letting go was always being afraid that it won't look the way that I made it, to what got us here.
Yeah.
It won't taste that way. So that was one of the main things that I didn't want to let go of. So when I hired my brother and them, that's why I went to my family first, people that I can trust.
Yeah.
And we got 2 more new pit masters that they're going to turn out to be pretty good. But it's all about training people and building a culture and sticking to standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything on with me is based on standards that we're gonna stick with in the food industry.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna keep the quality high because you feed that to people every day that's in the group. And if they not on that level, they fired.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And that's cool.
But they got to go, bro.
Because I heard you say something the other day that you would rather hire people that you can train yourself that know absolutely like jack shit about this.
That's right.
Why?
And I'm gonna tell you where that come from. As being a driller in the oil field and as being a rig manager in the oil field, I had the opportunity to hire and fire a lot of people. And the best people to get on a rig was but people will say that different ways because you had some people that liked experienced hands and then you had some people that liked inexperienced hands. But people like me, I like inexperienced hands because you could teach them the way that you wanted them to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if they made mistakes and stuff like that, those mistakes can be corrected easily because they're just learning. And then once you give them the game like that, you hope they won't do it again. In which you have somebody who have experience. A lot of times you're gonna be going back and forth with him because he's set in his ways. He don't want to listen to what you got, or he has a better way, and you just can't get work done like that when you have a supervisor in control, but you're going back and forth with one of your workers every day. That's why
it's gonna change your food too.
Exactly.
If they have a different way of doing shit or whatever, it's gonna throw off the whole brand.
If you're going back and forth with him right there on the spot, best believe when you turn your back, he gonna do it his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like you go to a McDonald's down the street and then you go one clear over here. Like you said, you don't eat at McDonald's because it's shit or whatever. But it's the same. It's the same thing though. Like you could go to the same exact fast food place and they're totally different. Just
right.
by, you know, people running it, whoever's cooking the shit.
And that all has to do with the management. Just like any other thing. If you have a good management team, everything below them should run pretty smooth. You're able to weed out everything that ain't making sense when you got a good management team. But if you got a lazy ass manager, all your workers gonna be lazy too.
100%.
They gonna be working late. And that was my problem. I couldn't stand a lazy ass manager.
Yeah.
Because a lazy manager made it worse for everybody.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sure.
No, I've had plenty of those. And they're no fun to work for either because you don't feel like you're going to learn shit.
And even move up. Hell, they still there. And they cool with being there.
Yeah, that's their thing. But so I know another thing that you do is you cook for a lot of celebrities that are coming through Utah, but not just through Utah. It's pretty much around the whole nation. I mean, you went to Atlanta. You've been to Texas. Where are you going to next? We're
going to do a pop-up. We're going to be in Miami. Yeah, we have this big smoker that we haven't built right now, so this should be ready right around spring break. Soon as that get ready, we're gonna take that out to Miami, and we got to pick it up in McKinney, Texas, and so we're gonna slide through Houston and stop in Houston and head on out to Miami.
Hell yeah! So you're gonna hit 2 stops in one,
and hopefully, you know, not even hopefully, by then we'll have all this up and going. We'll have the online dial in. We've hired people to do that. We've hired customer service. Like, we've literally turned this brand into a major business, Little White, and it's flourishing, and it all come from hard work. And we just gonna keep mashing, man. Every day we're cooking oxtails. And here, before long, we'll turn the online into all just strictly oxtails.
Hell yeah!
Because
so you're gonna take everything off?
Yeah, we'll wind up eventually taking everything off because that's what online is basically known for, is oxtails, and that's where most of the revenue comes from. So, and then it'll save us time. Instead of preparing all this other stuff, we're preparing nothing but oxtails.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, it's the best thing out there anyways.
Oh, yeah, man. We also have, people always tell me you need to get a meat plug from the distributors and stuff like that. But one thing about oxtails, you got to get them while they good. So I have like 3 Sams here in Salt Lake City that I continuously buy oxtail from. They order 20 to 30 at a time for me. And then we also have a connection with a meat company that actually has just doing it right there on the spot. It's coming straight from them, and we get pallets shipped with that brand.
Is that where you got the tomahawk from or whatever?
Yeah. They want to send us the tomahawks.
Yeah, that shit was bomb.
They send us the tomahawks and all the oxtails and real good meat. So yeah. So we do have contacts, and I just use all my resources when getting oxtails because the main thing I don't want to do is run out. Yeah, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's not as many oxtails out there as there probably is just steaks sitting in the store.
Your cow only have 1 tail.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could chop it up into other pieces, but I feel like more people, you know, like there's definitely more variety when it comes to everything else. So
yeah, man.
Crazy.
And I appreciate all of the love, man. All of the follows, all the encouragement. Like, Without the fans, it wouldn't be no LES BBQ sandwiches. I mean, they literally catapulted this brand to one of the hottest brands in the country.
Hell yeah.
In the country, man, literally. There's nowhere I go when they don't know LES BBQ sandwiches.
Hell yeah. Well, people are hitting me up. They don't give a shit about me. They're wondering when the hell this thing, because they see me in here filming shit. They're like, when is this place opening? And I'm like, I think March 1st or whatever. This is before I even knew. But yeah, they don't give a shit about me. They were just like, fuck, man, I want to go try some brisket sandwiches and shit.
Yeah, man, it's just a positive, it's just a positive brand. That's all I want to do is just, give out good vibes and stuff like that. And one thing I've learned, we did these pop-ups in Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Arlington. And, man, we've been blessed to just have nothing but people that come out and want to have a good time and eat. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been amazing, It's all happening exactly how I've seen it to get us to this point. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And yes, God is good in every way.
Hell yeah.
In every way.
Dope. All right, well, appreciate it, Les.
For sure,
Unless
brother.
there's anything else you got.
Nah, you good. That's my boy. That's my boy Casey. You already know. That's my boy Casey. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of this man. Casey is an actor and as my cameraman as well. So yeah, this is my boy right here.
Hell yeah,
and every time I tell him, I walk up to him, I say, "Fuck yeah,
fuck
dude."
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah,
man. So
fuck yeah,
that's my boy, man, and we out.
King shit.